I knew that I had a very capable bunch of Triton upperclassmen who were really thirsty for a way to make a difference within our community. And so that was the initial spark. And I knew I had to put something together that would give them that opportunity.
So some of the topics that we'll address today are recycling from high school and daily, concerning the expo markers, also reducing the sale of our plastic water bottles sold in the cafeteria.
1/5 of our waste here at Triton consists of compostable items. We put about 7 tons into our trash compactor before we actually get rid of it. So every year we'd be saving around around $8,000.
Our project was looking for more sustainable energy sources for Triton, more specifically solar energy.
We saw energy as like one of the best ways to make things more sustainable. If we can cut down on fossil fuels by using solar power, we thought that would be huge. And it's also economically very viable.
We pay about 14 cents per kilowatt hour right now. If we were generating that electricity for free with our own fully owned solar panels, that's $106,000 a year. That's a huge, huge savings off of what we have right now.
This was an important project because it really gave us this avenue to try and make a difference and try and make Triton more environmentally friendly in a way that also can like up Triton pride. And I think that's a big thing for us.
It's something that can be a huge selling point for the school. Right. Pride for the students, the community, and people who may move into the area and are looking, what's the best school for my child, or what school do I want to go to?
So today's presentations were extremely impressive, and to be honest, they went exactly the way that I knew they would. Everybody spoke with confidence. Every single group member was extremely knowledgeable about the overall content and not just the specific aspects of the presentations that they were responsible for.
So it was a great experience today. I really enjoyed hearing from the students. 2 projects that actually have some potential real impact. It actually has some numbers that may actually work and something we can do incrementally. We've tried big in the past, but I think there's some real merit there.
Our project was switching the plastic breakfast sandwich containers to a more biodegradable option.
Through the use of this, we hope to create less plastic waste around Triton and propose a viable and environmentally sustainable solution to a current issue, which is the plastic containers.
Our efforts were to reduce the plastic consumption at Triton because it negatively impacts the environment and the animals that live in the ocean.
Particularly relevant for us since we are a school that is very close to the ocean.
And even if they are placed in the recycling bins due to food residue in them, many of them cannot actually be recycled.
One of the most impressive facts that I found out during our research was that the amount of plastic waste that we produce from these breakfast containers every year is equivalent to the weight of a U-Haul trailer. So we produce about 1,800 pounds of plastic waste from these breakfast containers every year.
So after meeting with her, we were faced with the challenge of finding a product that would combine a low cost, a low waste, and she stressed the importance of product visibility. So after speaking to some of my classmates who are prolific breakfast sandwich eaters, they agree that seeing the product is important. And I asked them, why is this so important? And they said so they can count the number of home fries. So we're using plastic, which is going to stick around for thousands of years, so they can count the number of home fries, which I just find just so stupid.
When most seniors are winding down, these guys are really amping up, and my goodness did they deliver. So very, very impressive.
Very well done, guys.
And I think there's some real merit to the discussion that was had. I'm personally convinced that the paper bag is something we need to look at. I get it, you can't see the product, but at 1/3 of the cost, it really is an amazing, it really is something we can have a big impact.
I think this was a really important project to do because while we were looking at unsustainable practices at Triton, it definitely made me look at what unsustainable practices I have in my daily life and just made me want to change that.
Ultimately, when we look to implement their sustainable suggestions, they're going to come back and visit and see those changes and know that they played a significant role in making that happen.
I was impressed. I'm glad I spent the hour here listening to these presentations, and I learned a lot.